Hey guys, EDC Las Vegas 2021 is right around the corner. I'm of course going, and I wanted to do a quick casual video talking about my concert vlogging setup, and in particular the setup that I will be using at Electric Daisy Carnival. Before we jump into my equipment setup, which is over here, I'll just tell you a little bit about myself, my plan, etc. So recently I have been taking up the hobby of going to concerts and taking videos of them. So I was planning to go to EDC Las Vegas 2020. It was obviously canceled because of COVID. And I'm pretty stoked to get some good footage now that it's finally happening. In this video, I'm hoping not just to show off my fancy gadgets, but give more insight into what I have, what I'll be using it for, etc. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe, hit me up on Twitter and stuff. Obviously, I'm going to be going. Obviously, I'm going to be taking quite a number of videos, so be on the lookout for those. I have some other EDC Las Vegas preparation videos, like a lineup review that you can check out. I'll link in the description. And for everything that I bring up, I'll try to put like a link so that you can buy it if you really want. But this is more to show off my setup because like at the time of recording, and I'm gonna edit this right after, you know, unless you get like crazy one-day shipping and your flight is pretty late, you're not gonna be able to get any of this in time. But you know, for the future, if you're interested in this sort of thing, just a heads up, I'll be talking like this for the whole video because the last video that I did, I was talking straight into the mic and I had a ton of post-production issues. So I might look a little awkward, but I'm staring at the camera, so hopefully it's normal. All right, so first up, let's talk about the conditions of a concert. Let's talk about what a concert is like, what EDC is going to be like, etc. So there are three significant aspects about concert vlogging, if you don't have a media pass, that you need to keep in mind. The first is they're almost always a low light situation, unless you're going to like a day festival, then low light is not as much of an issue. Most concerts are at night, so you're going to want something that does well in low light over anything else, at least for what you can bring. The second aspect of concert photography or concert videography, really, well, I guess both, is limited equipment. So actually, your best camera is your phone. Hypothetically, you know, you're best off like just getting the nicest phone, and you could probably make some pretty good videos off of the nicest camera, and that is like kind of the best situation for the value. No interchangeable lenses, no professional audio video equipment. You know, if you have a media pass, you can have like a nice DSLR or mirrorless lens and like mics and stuff and flashes, but no flashes. So like no crazy fancy equipment. And there's a couple reasons for this, which I'll just like jump into just because this is like my impression. The first is liability. So like, I'm pretty sure if you have a really nice camera and you're at like a concert and somebody knocks the camera out of your hand, there's like a legal issue with venues. So like they could get sued. That's one reason they say no cameras. I mean, I would imagine they want a monopoly on the footage. So that would be another reason. I mean, it makes sense, right? They only want their people, you know, taking videos and photos. And finally, it just doesn't really make sense to say, oh, you're allowed to have like a crazy nice camera. And I think like no interchangeable lenses is basically the bar for ensuring that that doesn't happen. In New York City, like some venues like just ban GoPros, like they just don't want any of it. And you know, I'm kind of against the like ban on cameras, like no interchangeable lenses and stuff makes sense, but your phone is so good, right? Like why are you banning the GoPro? But you know, I understand. So this means also like you can't really bring in any like external microphones. Maybe you can bring in like a really shitty one, but nothing you'd want to lose. And you know, no tripods. You can't just like set up a tripod in the middle of a concert. And the third and final thing is it's a very chaotic environment. People are moving around, you're moving around. So like you have to be careful, you know, that sort of thing. And getting stable footage can be like kind of hard. So those are the three things that matter if you are out at a concert and want to take some video. Your phone is probably the best camera, but to start, we will talk about my camera setup. So of course, I have an iPhone 10, good enough. If for some reason, you know, I just don't want to like whip out the camera, then I'll probably just whip out the iPhone and take some videos. Now, if you have the newest iPhones or like some of those Samsung phones, like those cameras are like just as nice as what I'm about to bring up. So yeah, I mean, use that. All right, so I have two cameras. This is my main camera. This is called the Sony ZV-1. They go for like $700. This is my A cam. It's basically just a high quality point and shoot. And I will go into the details about this camera in a second. And then I have the GoPro Hero 8. This is like my B cam. So most of like the good footage, this has the higher megapixel sensor. I'll be doing with this guy. But you know, if I want to like walk around the concert and like kind of like have a GoPro attached, or you know, maybe like a more risky situation where I'm like at like a dubstep show and I don't want to like have this camera out to get knocked into, right? And just like whip up the GoPro, you know, that sort of thing. All right, so let's talk about the Sony ZV-1 and why this camera is amazing. I love this camera. This, like, I use this more than my regular camera. I have my DSLR just at home and I use it for these types of recordings. So it's a bit expensive, but the quality is really nice. The two biggest features and why it is good for concert vlogging is it performs really well in low light. I'll put some footage down there, like really well in low light, like better than your phone, I think, for sure. And it meets the requirements of venues' rules against cameras. It's like a point and shoot. Usually they allow point and shoots without lenses that extend past like 5 inches. This is like 3 inches. So basically, good camera, compact, doesn't look like anything crazy. You can bring it in. For the most part, like, this camera is allowed. I will say that, like, I've been at a venue before and somebody's like seen me with a camera, a security guard, and they've been like, yo, you can't have that here. Where like I totally could have that there, like it's in the rules. So, you know, it's kind of one of those things where it's just, it's not necessarily like a hard rule. Like if a security guard sees it and thinks you're breaking the rules, then he's gonna make you check it. But amazing camera. Mic is pretty nice. Like, huge fan. This is the good one. This is stoked for this one. The Hero 8. So obviously I already have this camera and I wanted to get an action cam because it has like stabilization. I can kind of just like leave it on my body, you know, mount it on my body. And now let's say I didn't have this camera. I might try to buy like a GoPro Hero Max or something. I don't know. I might try to buy a comparable model. The Hero 8 is about the same price as the Hero 7. It's pretty good. Like there's like the Hero 7, the Hero 8, the Hero 9, the Hero 10. You can research all you want about the differences, but essentially the Hero 10 is like one of the newest models. It's kind of expensive. No reason for me to pay extra money when I already have this camera. And the Hero 8 performs pretty well in low light. So that's why I got the Hero 8 over the Hero 7. The Hero 7 is like slightly cheaper. It's like $20, but they're all old models right now. So yeah, as a summary, that's my camera setup. Phone, worst case, or just to be able to whip it out easily. Hero 8 for more dynamic shots or for like walking through the festival or something. And then this is what I'm going to try to be using to take videos of sets, because this has the highest quality picture. And of course, for each, I have like a ton of batteries. So I have like, yeah, I had to get a GoPro battery charger. I think I got 4 GoPro batteries. I think I got 2. I have 5 actually. Fun little unboxing. And same deal with my other camera. Just got some batteries. So each battery lasts like maybe like 40 minutes of shooting or like an hour of shooting, maybe a little less. It depends. So I just went on the safe side. And on the topic of batteries, I also got 2 power banks that I'll be charging up at night for my phone, or maybe if I actually run out of power, but should be fine. So, I mean, the cameras are the most important part. They're the most expensive part. Next up, we have accessories, but as far as things go, like, you can get by taking footage without any accessories. I'm not, like, some of this stuff maybe might not be able to make it in. I'm kind of wary of trying to bring in too much stuff, and the guy checking my bag is like, yo, you have like a whole like set here, like what the hell, even though it's all technically allowed, as far as I can tell. All right, so first up we have mounts and stick. So I got this like selfie stick. This is for the GoPro. I don't think I'd put the other camera on it. So this, you know, I'll try to get some footage of the crowd. This is my selfie stick for the ZV-1. It's kind of like a more stable, easier to hold guy. This is called the Sony, I don't know, it has a name. You can press record and stuff from here, and it just offers really the most stable hand you can get. And then the final thing on that front, oh, actually we have two. I just got this harness. I guess I'll unbox it. So this is for the GoPro. This is supposed to go on your shoulder, and it's basically like a harness to be able to put the GoPro. Not sure if I'm going to get any use out of this, but I thought it might be cool for walking through the festival, or if I'm just trying to chill and I'm trying to get some footage, you know, because like having it on your head is kind of weird. They have these like hat GoPro bands. And then the final thing that we have here is, as far as I can tell, they're probably going to let me in with it, but this might be the one thing that doesn't make it through security. This is like a small gimbal. It's not professional video equipment. I mean, it was like $150. It's basically a gimbal that only works for action cams. It's gonna be up to the guy checking my bag. Probably not gonna have it in this case because they're gonna be like, "Yo, what the hell?" So, this offers the most stable footage. So hopefully I will be able to get to use this. I've tried to use this sort of at like regular venues or clubs, and okay, it doesn't like that. And it's called the Zhiyun Crane M2. I'm hoping to be able to use that. I think it would be fine at a festival. Like, I think it's low key enough. I mean, it's not like a crazy expensive or like crazy nice gimbal, but yeah, hopefully that will get me the most stable set footage, because the biggest problem when you go to concerts and you're trying to get set footage from the crowd is just like being in the crowd and like holding up the camera and having really steady hands. So that's it for things holding other things. And the final thing we have, this is actually this is the other thing that probably won't make it in. I don't know, it looks small enough, so we'll see. I got a Rode Video Micro mini. We're gonna do an unboxing. This is like a mini, it's like $50. It's a small mic. So the deal with microphones, I feel like a microphone is a bigger red flag than like even a gimbal, a small gimbal, because as soon as you have like, oh, I'm gonna record the audio of the festival, I feel like that's just a level that is less permissible. But I got this. This will be the first time that I'm trying it out. And any microphone that's like bigger, I don't think you'd be able to bring it in. But I'm hoping this is small enough. We're not even, maybe I'll try to bring this windscreen in. I'm hoping this will be small enough that they're just gonna be like, oh, okay, like it's a charger, you know? Like they're not even gonna know that it's a microphone. I mean, I think this sort of microphone this isn't a professional level microphone. It costs, it costs $50. So obviously I haven't tested that microphone out yet. This is what I'll have to say after doing quite a bit of research about cheap microphones or small microphones, especially ones for like your phone. Essentially like the onboard microphone for your phone and for these cameras are like pretty good. I mean, they're not amazing, but if you're gonna buy like anything under $50 or around $50, the onboard microphone is probably gonna be better. So it's just a waste of money. Like it's not even gonna do you any good. That being said, this microphone, I thoroughly went through the reviews and people said like this microphone has increased audio quality, and some people said they used it for concerts and it's great and it's better than the microphone on the camera that I have. So hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully get some good audio. I mean, that's the other downside of vlogging at a concert. You know, you can't have a professional audio setup, so you'll get the background noise of like the crowd, and the bass might be like a little too loud and that sort of thing. So we'll see if the Video Micro lives up to expectations. And then the other thing, the only other type of mic that you need, and I'm going to show off a nice version of it, but again, like I probably wouldn't bring this in just because it is a nicer version. When you want to interview somebody, if you're at a concert and you're like, hey, do you want to talk a little bit? Obviously there's music playing, obviously people are loud, and the onboard microphones are okay at blocking out background noise, but it's basically not an ideal situation. So the one type of mic that you can get is a lapel, which you'll see in like sports settings. They usually have the mic like here, and it's actually pretty good for interviews. It's better than the on-camera mic, which obviously is going to be kind of far away and not going to pick up somebody speaking as well. So I have like this is like a nice one. I want to bring this one. I have like a $10 lapel, and that is the other type of mic that you could bring. And I think you can bring that in with no problems. And it's a $10 mic, so even if they're like, oh, you can't have that, then you can just toss it. I mean, they're pretty cheap, but that's the audio setup. So while we're on the topic of audio, it's time to transition to after the concert and post-production, and what kind of gadgets that I have for editing a concert, right after or as soon as possible. So if I'm, at home in New York City, I come back home, I edit it on Premiere Pro, I have my computer, easy. At EDC, obviously I'll be staying at a hotel. I won't have all my gadgets. So first up, we have a portable audio recorder. So if I want to do any voiceovers while I'm at the hotel, or any like, hey guys, like this is what we're doing, I mean, I just have this thing, so I don't think you need it. Like, it's kind of expensive, but I use it, and I'm planning to use it. I fucking love this thing. This thing is amazing. This mic's actually pretty good. So any voiceovers with that thing. And then my laptop is getting pretty old, and I didn't want to get like a brand new like nice laptop because I don't right now travel enough, and I have a nice desktop. That's where I do all my editing. So I got the 9th generation iPad, the $300 one. It's like pretty good. It's really fast. So I'm expecting it to do what I need it to do. And when I get back to the hotel, basically I'm gonna offload all the footage and edit on Premiere Rush, which comes with Premiere Pro. So if you buy Premiere Pro monthly, then Premiere Rush is automatically part of the plan. The final piece of the puzzle is storage. So this is actually the trickiest part for an iPad. Now, if you have an iPad Pro, I don't think it's as bad. We'll get to that in a second. Obviously, I have like a bunch of like SD cards. So I think I have two 256 gigabyte cards for the GoPro, and then like, about the same amount of memory for the other camera. SD card reader. So this is where the complicated part about using an iPad for this sort of thing. If you have a laptop, that's totally fine. The iPad is weird. Like, you can't connect any storage, reader, or device that requires too much power. I mean, it's not weird, it makes sense. It's just like the iPad can't handle like an external hard drive that isn't powered by itself. So I tried buying like all these SSDs and none of them worked. I got the iDisk. So this is like 1 terabyte. You plug it in, it has its own power, and you need to get like SD card. I have an SD card reader and another reader somewhere. The one that you can plug into the iPad for the external hard drive. I mean, my friend will have a laptop, so like this is worst case scenario, but if he didn't have a laptop or that didn't work out, I would upload the footage onto the iPad, put it on the storage, organize it, and all that stuff, but that would be a nightmare. So hopefully I'll just be able to upload it to his laptop, put it all on the storage device, and then just have it all there, and move it in and out from the iPad as needed. The last thing that I have here is lens wipes. So yeah, just you know, it gets grimy out there. You gotta wipe down the lens, you know, every so often. So yeah, that's my concert vlogging setup. That's what I have planned for EDC. This is like a proven setup to some extent. I've used most of these things in my videos that I have on YouTube, which you can check out. You can see how the different cameras perform. Mostly the ZV-1. This will be the first time I'll be trying out the GoPro at a concert, because as I said, they are like kind of banned at venues in New York, because I guess they just don't want like a bunch of people with GoPros. So I mean, that makes sense. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. If you're, you know, looking into, you know, doing some concert footage or videos, like hit me up. I've been getting quite into this, so I can give some tips or, you know, just talk. Let me know if you're going to EDC. You know, again, subscribe. Subscriptions, much appreciated, much love. Please make this all worth it for me. And yeah, hit me up if you're going, and I'll see you there. I will definitely be posting like a ton of footage. Yeah, I'll go through my plan really quickly. I'm hoping to put out like 3 types of videos. The first type of video is just live sets. So like ideally like 15 minutes of like every set that I go to. I'm hoping to get like a stable like segment of the set. Maybe for like a really awesome artist, the whole time I'll try to get like the 1-hour set. So that's the most straightforward type of footage that I'm trying to get. The second would be like vlog footage. So when I'm there, just like kind of hanging out with people, talking to people, interviewing people. This would be for more edited videos that I'll probably post after EDC. It probably won't, maybe, but I probably won't be able to edit those at the hotel. It just might require too much. Talk to people, my friends, show off my friends, get some dialogue. And then the third type of video, which is the most ambitious, and I don't really have it planned out as well, but this would be like the high quality content, the content like showing off the venue and stuff and like explaining things. So I'm hoping to spend some time like going to each stage, showing off like the different parts of the festival. And this is where the voiceover recorder, this is where the voiceovers would come in. This video would be structured like going into EDC, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. And, you know, and I would voice over like, this stage is like fucking this, right? Like, I don't fucking know. But, you know, just kind of like the high quality content. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to be able to edit at the hotel. I'm just going to have to see how things go. Yeah, that's my concert vlogging setup video. So we're gonna close off with thank you for watching. Much love. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe. Be on the lookout for more videos. I will try to link everything I mentioned in the description. I'm gonna try to use those affiliate links. So if you like buy it through my link, then like you support me. That's so kind of you. Thank you. Let me know if this helped at all. I was, you know, trying to be informational. Don't give some insight. So, yeah. See you at EDC Las Vegas, headliners. Do I have anything else to show off? Bro, I'm on LCD right now. Just no, like, crazy, fancy, expensive equipment.